Quick PSA before the video begins. Only 1% of MCCI active player base actually has their API settings enabled, so if you want to help out the statistics people out, or if you want to see much more metrics compared to the in-game leaderboards that you can find in the game lobbies, essentially what I want you to do is go to your settings, go to your API, and make sure to turn on the statistics one and also the collections one. You also have the option to do social and status. Hello, it's Moon Camelk here, today with a video guide on all vendor locations, and when I mean all vendors, essentially that pretty well includes anything that you can interact with on the main island hub or even in the game ones, and pretty well everything that covers underneath the cosmetics system of the server, which is quite a lot. So, as you can see, based on the stuff on the screen, I have a map here showing all the locations of the vendors across the island. So if you want to just ditch me and go on your own, you can use that map with the legend to know what's what, and you can cross-reference it with the chords and the description. And even if you're just looking for a certain collection or a cosmetic, you can just do a Control F on the video description, find the one you need, go to the timestamp that's included, so you can just hop around. So this video here will be helpful if you're brand new and you don't know any of the systems of the island, or if you're a veteran who's just confused with the new layout of Season 4, there's always something for all of you. Now with that all in mind, the route I'm going to be doing is first kind of showing off the basic system that most people would know, but I would also kind of do it as the shortest system, so if you're a rich person and you want to buy everything in one sweep, you can also do that too. So pretty well, let's get started. So right at the spawn here, the first vendor or actually item that you can interact with is the battle pass. So essentially when you're playing games, this meter will go up and you can collect new rewards, and quite often, for example, when you get tokens and that kind of stuff, you can go to the next one, which is the Temple Master, which is a shop for Season 4, where essentially you can buy more tokens or even the cosmetics for Season 4. But the main thing is, once you collect the tokens, once you have 10 of them, you can go over to the seasonal machine, which is the third one, and in here with essentially 10 of them, you can pull this, and once you get that, if you get a ancient jungle shard, you can go back to that and buy cosmetics. And then back over here, when you first log in the server and you see that screen, you want to know how to get back to it, you can just press on that and it brings it back up. And then the next one here is Jimmy, which is a shop, which actually has the first hidden collection item, the foam finger, along with some starter items if you're brand new to the island. So then moving on, the next vendor on the island is the fraction master, where you can choose your fraction. You can essentially swap between, however you can only swap once every 24 hours. And essentially what that does is when you open up your wardrobe and fashion loyalty, as you can see, when you play games and level up, you get rewards with that way, and when you change, you get different rewards. So on to the next one here, we have the MCC store, which is pretty much just brings you a link to its own website, to the actual store where you can use IRL cash to get stuff. Okay, so then on to the next is the premium trading, specifically Merchant Barney. So essentially here you can spend your gems for certain items. And then moving on to the next here, let's go into the Savager's hideout. So the first thing here is we have Nibbles, which is a shop where you spend items on your silver. Silver you get for completing quests, and also pretty well just completing quests or from relics. And then the next one over here, which is Duke Von Ratswold, the scavenging. So if you have any junk items that you don't care about, you can scavenge them into silver, coins. It all depends on what items you're actually scavenging. So then on to the next one here, we have the Hat Dealer Herald, which is actually a hidden collection one. And this one here, there's a whole bunch. There's the Beanie stripe, the knit hat red, the sun visor black, baseball cap black logo, beanie double stripe, bucket hat frog, and party hat stripe. And then next, continuing more into it, we have the Royal Outfitter or Fancypants, or the other name is the Royal Outfit. And here you essentially, whenever you salvage duplicate cosmetics, you get some Royal Rep, which then eventually unlocks new items for you to buy with coins and crafting materials, which has a long way up. And then on the other side here, we have Biggie Stew, So if you're wondering how much you have donated already, this here is pretty much just a stat page, which as you can see, where certain items I've donated a bunch more, while other ones I haven't done it. Another way you can see that same list is just going into here and pressing on Royal Reputation, and that brings you up the same list. And then the next item here, or vendor, is another hidden collection, which is the Royal Chef. As you can see, it just sells 2 hats, the chef hat's tall and the regular chef's hat. So there's those 2. And then next, you can walk just back out, or if you're lazy to walk like 20 blocks, you can go to the Mythic Gate, which is just outside. And with the Mythic Gate, when you complete game passes or season passes, or even if you craft it with tokens that you get over time, you can get a Mythic cosmetic key to essentially take a roll at the dice to go for the Mythic Gate collection, as you can see there. And then after that, we have another silver shop, so if you don't want to go over there, you can use that one. This one here is just a different NPC name, however it's the exact same shop. Right beside it, we have the Lunar Client, so if you're already feeling that your game performance is not the best, you can essentially go into this and look into that to help improve your game performance. And then after that, let's go through this door here into the Noxe, which is essentially is a barber shop. And then with this one here, you can essentially choose your haircut that you want to do. Mind you, I think it believes it costs 500 coins, if I remember correctly, each time you do it. And as you can see, I still have one locked, which we'll come to later. But if you're a beginner, a whole bunch of these would be locked, where you can buy a bunch of them right here at Jeffrey Shavers in the shop. And as you can see, there's a whole whack ton of here. So there's the Amish, the Bangs, the Beetle, the Bob, the Braid, the Curly, the Dreadlocks, Elder, Elmo, Monk, Pigtails, Rat Tail, and the Soft Rocker. After that, you can go back out, or you can essentially teleport through to the Splinters workshop, but since we're right next to it, we'll go right in. And first up, we have the supplies. So essentially, if you want to speed up the forging or the crafting, you can buy these. Or if you want to dye your cosmetics, you can get that. Or if you want to roll the dice like getting a new blueprint, you can do that. Or if you want to buy some blueprints straight up, there's these items here, which is essentially all a part of the Splinters collection, as you can see there. And there's also free items here, so if you're new, make sure to grab those up. So then moving into the back here, we have the Crate Attuner. So over time, when you play games and you essentially collect on your reward stuff, you will eventually get to cosmetic crates, which then you can essentially select a specific pool and then attune them. Right now I don't have any, so essentially that would help you improve the odds a little into your favor. And then on the side here, in case you get a duplicate that you don't want or something, you can go ahead and directly scavenge it right here as well. So this here is pretty much another copy of the one that's in over there. And then coming back out towards the front, we have the material market. So in order for you to craft your blueprints, relics, and that kind of stuff, you can buy your material here, where you get material through essentially material crates, which you can get at the silver shop. So then moving over, we have the Fusion Forge, which is essentially where you craft your items that you want to do. And then for some of these other items, comes to the next one, where you have your blueprint stuff, where essentially you have your blueprints and then you can get your materials from there. Or if they're more complex materials, which in this case I don't have any for example, but if there's material clusters, that's where you have to craft those in there first. Moving on back outside, we're going towards the pose. However, there is one vendor outside, which is the legacy machine. So either you can buy legacy keys or you can craft them in the Splinters workshop. And essentially, if you miss out on a cosmetic from seasons past, you can essentially pull it and get one of them back that you missed before. Now actually going into pose, the first one here, we have Stylish Sally, or also known as Secret Styles. So this one here goes off of trophies, specifically cosmetic trophies. So every time you get a trophy, they're worth the purple trophies, which is essentially how you unlock more and more of these slots. And then again, you need to have coins and also crafting material to buy it. And then moving on over, we have Particle Pally. So in this one here, pretty much it's all coins with some gems requirements at the bottom for the trail collection and also the aura collection. As you can see, there's a whole bunch there, so I'm not going to list them all off. And then similarly, there's Dashing Dani. However, this one's more just for regular cosmetics, where all you have to do is spend coins to get the collection there. So this is the post collection one, as you can see here. And then there's another one, which is the same kind of style, where it's just cosmetics you can directly buy with coins, which is the post cosmetic 2. And then moving on, we also have the Mackenzie, which is essentially bundles, post bundles. And then as you can see, you can look at them and get them. However, they all cost gems. So there's that. Now moving on to the next, what you want to do is essentially go up to the top here and go through the Rank Hotel, or the Sky Lounge, and just go through here. And what we're going for now is the robber that's in the cave, which is a new vendor to season 4. So a whole bunch of people were asking for that. As you can see, once you go in here, you can see it through there. It's the Watchman who sells the new crowbar. That's where that one is located. After that, head back out the way you came. And you want to go behind the police station, which is just over here. And specifically, there is a poster where you have to go here, shift down, go for the poster. And then there's Noxe here with the mustache that I was mentioning earlier. Actually, you know what? I'm going to buy it now, even though it doesn't give me any trophies. So there's that. And then after that, what you want to do is you want to head back out. Go down the side here and head on in here. And in here, we have Officer Dianti, which is essentially selling a whole bunch of police caps for the hidden collection. So there's the police cap Barrett, there's the police cap Constable, and there's the regular police cap. And then right beside them, we have Sheriff Beanie, where essentially once you get in, you don't have the option to decline. Mind you, you could press escape and escape that way, but if you do press it, you get sent to jail. To break out of jail, go down the toilet. And then what you want to do is just go out. That's just in our cell. And then go here, take the first right, up the stairs, and you're back out to where the person or police station is. Now continuing on, we have Frank Wurst, who essentially just sells a hot dog, a part of the hidden collection. So on to the next. We just want to go to the other side, just outside the bank here. And here we'll find Marvin McHeadware, which sells a whole bunch of stuff for the hidden collection. So there's a baseball cap, the beanie, the beret, the knit hat black, the bucket hat, and the sun visor. And then on to the next, you just want to go into the bank. There's 2 identical vendors that sell the same items, which is just the money bag, a part of the hidden collection. So again, you can just choose either one. And then on to the next, what you want to do is head out the back and go into the Burgers But Fast, where we have another set of vendors, which is essentially I'm going to butcher the name, so I'm not going to say it. Essentially, they sell a burger and a spatula, both are part of the hidden collection, and both of them do the same stuff, so you can choose either or. After that, what you want to do is go out to the front entrance to the restaurant and head over to the hospital, and essentially just go in the main entrance. And down here into the operating room, where we have Dr. Malcolm, and in there you have the hospital gear with the arm cast, the surgical mask head mirror, the first aid kit, and the nurse's cap. And then from there, what you want to do is head back out the front, and you want to essentially go up the stairs here and cut over to where this is essentially the performance play platform is. And as you can see, there's the next shop there of the Samantha snacks, which is essentially movie snack cart, because that's kind of the movie feeder thing here. Anyways, they sell the popcorn, the donut sprinkled, the pizza slice, and the cotton candy, all part of the hidden collection. And then from there, what you want to do is essentially hop on over. So the next one we're going for is the Halo, which is on top of that mountain, but it can be somewhat tricky to get to. Wow. There you go. There's probably an easy, yeah, you can just climb up there. Anyways, once you get up here, climb up there, climb up onto here, hop on the tree for a sec, hop on the tree again, climb up the tree, and then from here you can hop on over to there. Continue following this kind of like vine thing up for a sec, and then climb up the dirt, up the rock, along the side, and as you can see, there's the next vendor. It's just the Josville, who just sells the halo, and that's that. So on to the next, which is essentially the surfboard. So if you just kind of like stick along the top here, you can get to fairly quick just by jumping off along here, past the egg, and just follow this path. As you can see, there's the next vendor. Bobby Lane, and it sells at the surf shack, selling the surfboard and the surfboard crown. So that's on the beach, and then on to the next. What you want to do is essentially go over to where that the floating pathway is with the hay roofs, and you just want to go to the back where we have the beer guru, which is essentially the main other one to buy the other what do you call it, hair or beard stuff for the barber shop. So then after that, what you want to do is teleport back to the main island entrance and head a sharp left past the Rocket Leaf Rush, and you want to just go down this path, go on the outside here, hop down onto the beach, and then go up here a little until you see the waterfall, and then after that you want to go in the waterfall and go up a little for our next secret collection, which is Professor Sensei, and essentially only sell one item, which is a samurai helmet, part of the hidden collection. So there's that, and then after that you want to head back out and then swim up the waterfall the rest of the way for the fastest way to get to the next one. And essentially what you want to do is, once you get back to the path, you want to follow this path down here, hang a right into the fire station, and go up the stairs to our next vendor, which is the firefighter hassle, which is essentially for the firefighter gear, giving you the fire axe, the firefighter's helmet, and the fire extinguisher, all part of the hidden collection. And now on to the next. The next one here isn't that useful, other than just saying on to the next, which you just go out the other side, where you get King Whip, which is the ice cream truck, selling you the ice cream, the slushy, and the ice cream triple scoop. After that, the next one's a bit of a climb, because essentially you have to go up to the very top of the mountain for the mountain climber. So let's swim up there. Easiest way to get up there is just to follow this water stream all the way. Just keep swimming up each waterfall, and then once you get up to the top here, you essentially want to go around the edge here, work your way up, climb up the ladder. Here you get your mountain climber with your mountain gear, with the climber pick, the climber's hood, and the climber's pack, all part of the special collection, and they're real expensive to buy, so this is extremely late game. Anyways, after that, what you want to do is kind of drop down to that waterfall you just swam up, and partway through, if you might have noticed, there's a hole here. Essentially you want to go in and swim in, and once you're in, go through that, hold shift to get through here, and essentially you can just drop down to the very bottom, and then here you can just climb up, or if you did land, you can just land directly at them for the next Oscillation Scientist, which sells a lot of the trail collection. So there's Oscillation Brine, there's Oscillation Carnival, there's the Oscillation Crimson Olive, there's the Oscillation Deep Sea, there's the Oscillation Fey-Gold, and there's the Oscillation Royal. On to the last two, which was added about a week after the start of Season 4. What you want to do is teleport to the Mythic Gate. And once you're at the Mythic Gate, essentially go by the Silver Central here, and where you see the sewer, you want to go down it. And just make sure you're lined up in the center, because otherwise it won't go down. Once you do that, once you're in the sewers, you want to head straight take the first left, and then go into the wire here, hold shift so you can go under it, and then just keep on going, hold shift again, go under it, hold shift again, go under it, and then you want to go for this poster, holding shift, and then under here, holding shift, and then here, it's actually a little different. You have to go into the wire here, so you can go into swim mode, and then make sure your point is down, and then swim under this one block gap. And then after that, you just want to continue straight, and go into swim mode wherever you can, and you want to go under, and then here, you have to go back where you're underneath the waterfall again, swim mode again, and just go down, and then you bring out into this hidden area, where our last two vendors are on the main island. Here we have Roddy, which sells you the rubber deck, and then at the back here, you can hop up, and then go here to the Suspicious Stew, which essentially sells you blueprints for all the mythic stuff. So if you're getting real bad RNG on the gate that I teleported to earlier, you can use this system to essentially hopefully bypass that. So that's it for the main island. Now to make sure I cover every single thing, let's do all of the individual games. So in Rocket's Fleet, currently there is no game pass, so there's just the 2 play things here to join the game, and then there's the 4 leaderboards at the top here which you can interact with. So there's that one, that one's flat out missing, I'm not sure what happened there, and there's this one. And then after that, let's go to Sky Battle. Sky Battle, there is a game pass, which is this one here, so when you're playing a game, you can essentially earn XP towards this, where you get more rewards and more cosmetics with that kind of stuff. There's 2 passes for each game. Again, there's also the latest news, login menu on each one of these, and then there's the 2 not PlayStations, but the play buttons, and then the stats are up here as well. There and there. On to the next battle box. Again, the login news, the game master with the game passes, same system, 2 play buttons, and then the leaderboards are over here. As you can see, same system. On to the next, Dino Ball. Again, there should be, oh wait, does this one? Oh, this one doesn't have the login news. Oh no, there it is, login news. There's the game pass again with the 2 game passes. And then there's the 2 play buttons with the stats going around the side here. So there's one there, one there, one there, one there. On to the next for the parkour. And then for parkour, there's the login thing. There's the play button for the parkour warrior specifically. There's a daily challenge, which essentially you need to have a rank, or you can essentially use tickets, which you can buy for gems, or you can get a free one occasionally for you to use up in there. And there's your mastery things for the essentially the 2 game passes, one for essentially the parkour warrior and one for the parkour dojo. And then the other thing is there's the login one as well. And then for the courses, there's the 7 courses that you can select all there with the some stats things behind, and also some stats in here as well. So let me go back to that. Yeah, so there's also the stats behind for the fastest standard time as well. So that pretty well covers this one and this one. So on to TGOS to get to the other side. There's the welcome one. There's the 2 game things where you press start playing. There's the 2 game passes here in the game mastery, and then the leaderboards are over here. Again, there's the 4, just like that. And then onto the last one, hole in the wall. Again, there's the 2 play buttons, and then there's the game pass with the 2 passes in it, and there should be the login thing right there, and then also the leaderboards for this. Mind you, if you want more stats, you can always turn on the API settings in your settings and use this external third-party website that gives you a lot more info. Now that is all. Everything you can interact with, I literally showed in this video, other than seeing all the chairs all across the lobbies. But other than that, have a good day.